Hey Trek Gang, what's going on in this week's episode of the Boeville in Newtown? Well, it's right over here. Stand by and we'll get into what's happening this week. Well, hello Track Gang, and welcome to episode 32 for 2025. It happens to be September the 18th. Sorry, I have a look. 2025. This is going to be a short one because I've been working on a different project. I am going to show you, I did do some work over at the backdrop. Thank you to the community for helping me out, get past a little bit of a block that I had up here. It looks much better. I still have some tweaking to do, but I ended up with a different issue and it's sitting behind me. This desk that I built myself or modified for myself years ago just wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. It was a bit of a mess, cable management wise and just everything else, especially with the new PC. So last weekend I went ahead and I bought wood to redo the desk. I've actually got video on this camera that I was hoping was going to be out earlier this week so I could go ahead and get back to focusing on the backdrop. That didn't happen. So that being said, there is going to be a non-railroad related video coming out about how I rebuilt the desk behind me. I don't know when I'm going to post it. It will be under how did he do that when I do. You don't have to watch that video, obviously, because of the fact that it's not railroading related. If you want to watch it, great. Basically, just to give you a little bit of a background, what I did do is after I built the new PC, I was having a couple of issues with it, went online to see how to manipulate or do what I needed it to do and found videos and so on and so forth. After that, of course, that's one of the things that YouTube's been good for. It turns around and starts giving me recommendations for working on computers and building desks. It's not giving me anything railroad related anymore. I gotta go in there and clean things up, I guess. I have no idea. Anyway, I took some ideas from that community and rebuilt this desk. It's got a couple of minor little quirks that I'm going to be working on probably Sunday, but regardless, that's neither here nor there, but that took up a lot more time. I was actually up till past 12 o'clock last night trying to put this thing back together so I could utilize it tonight. Anyway, and the reason why I'm not actually sitting at the table to talk about what I'm getting ready to talk about is because the table still has the 3D printer, the normal printer, the rig for the microphone. Yeah, all that stuff is still over there because it needs to be brought over here. Again, we won't go there. Anyway, I'm going to start off tonight with a little bit of a mail call. One of my longtime subscribers, and I forgot to ask him if he wanted to be mentioned or not, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it out here because I'm almost certain that he said this before that I could do it. Manny Fernandez, thank you very much, sir. I do greatly appreciate it. Apparently he saw that I was using these little pallet things, so he went ahead and got me a full stack of them, which is great. They will definitely come in handy going forward, because what I've been doing so I can keep the colors close to what I need or what I've had, I basically just put them into a Ziploc bag, make sure I get all the air out of them and close them up, and then I can just add water to said things and get them back. Now, the second thing, and it's kind of funny because Ian over at the Chattanooga Southern had mentioned, hey Ray, by the way, Micromark's got the tuning tools again. And I was like, oh, that's great. And then, of course, right before that, Manny had sent me something saying, hey, by the way, you get a couple packages coming. Well, I got my truck tuning tool. Thank you again, Manny. I do greatly appreciate the support over the years. And this is awesome, sir. I do greatly appreciate it. You know that this stuff is going to come in handy. And I appreciate you being a subscriber of mine for, I don't know what it's been now, probably 7 years. So, again, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. So, let's swing over to the layout real quick and I'll show you what I had going on over here. Now, one problem I've got over here at the moment is yesterday when I came downstairs, the light bulb at the base of the steps decided it was going to give up the ghost. And the only one that I had left was one of these bright white LED bulbs and not a warm white one, and it's too stinking bright. Anyway, what I've done is I had the old Friars Brown, which was way too dark for what I wanted. It worked perfectly for this. So I've got to go back and I've got to fix right below the tree line. I've got to put more dark brown in there. But then that new brown that I just came up with, which I forgot what it's called. And of course, the paint got shifted because of the fact that I had to work on the desk. Anyway, the new brown, and I'll find out what color that is obviously a lot lighter, and it worked out perfectly for that contrast. So, like I said, I do have to fix right below the tree line. I'll have to probably repaint the bottom of the tree line, but again, this looks a lot better than what it did. I'm much happier with this, so that's what we're going to do going forward. So this will be next week. I'm going to finish this up. So, couple of things of note. Sorry about the quick movement there, but here we are. Don't forget the Timonium Train Show, Great Scale Model Train Show, is October 25th and 26th. I would like to, and I'll be putting out more updates before then, but I would like to have the RSVPs done by, let's say, Thursday the 23rd of October. That way I can go ahead and get a decent head count over to both I gotta find out from Chris about the streetcar museum, but definitely for the food, I definitely want to make sure that I've got a decent head count for that so I can get that order placed probably Friday morning. So that way they'll have it ready for us Saturday evening. Like I said, we've talked about this a couple times, talked about it in Sidetrack Sunday last week, and I gotta watch my time because this camera's dying on me. The 25th of October at the Great Scale Model Train Show, meet and greet between 11 and 11:30. The portal between the Central Hall and the North Hall, back by the food stand, that's where we're going to meet up at. And like I said, we'll meet there between 11 and 11:30. I'm not sure what Joe's plan is for when people are going to go back to his place. The afternoon, like I said, I plan on probably after the train, or after I meet up with folks on Saturday, I'm probably going to come back to my place around 1:30ish to get things set up, or to finish getting things set up, making sure that I've got everything in place. And of course, Joe, at that same time, Joe will probably be having his open house, so that you can see the Black Rock Central. And then, like I said, I'll be here. You know, let's say tentatively after 3 o'clock. Go ahead and folks can start coming in over here and hanging out if they want to. You know, I do know there are a few folks that do want to stop by, but have other prior engagements. They're not going to be able to stay. I get that. Completely understood. Life's busy. I get it. So, you know, if you want to come back here after Joe's, come back over here, say about 3-ish, 3:30ish. You know, I'll have my open house, and then, like I said, the open house doesn't end. We're going to have food here. Probably it's going to be, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be pizza and wings. You know, there'll probably be a couple others, but definitely pizza and wings. So that'll be Saturday evening. Like I said, the food will be here. I'm planning on around 5:30ish. And then on Sunday at noon, that would be the 26th, we'll meet up down at the Baltimore Streetcar Museum. They open at noon, so we'll meet down there at noon. That gives everybody a chance to kind of hang out for a bit down there, take a couple of streetcar rides, and go from there. Like I said, I don't know what all is going to happen down there yet. I do need to talk a little bit more with Chris. It was a bit early when I talked to him about this before. So as we get closer, I'll start to firm up some things. There's a possibility we could get a tour of the restoration shop, so on and so forth. We'll have to see. It's just one of those things. I don't know what all is going to be, how all we're going to do this yet. At any rate, this coming Sunday is Sidetrack Sunday over on Bob over at PK&W Model Works, 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Yes, you've got Bob 2 weeks in a row because last week he was on Dave's channel talking about Sparky's meet and greet. Needless to say, my meet and greets don't go ahead and fill up the Sparky's. I've got big shoes to fill when it comes to that. This here is, yeah, you know, let me back up a second because this is the way I look at this. Since 2020, things have been unique for all of us. And one of the things I do remember Model Railroader talking about years ago was the fact that unfortunately a lot of model railroads are built and the only people that see them are the people that put them together and their families. To me, doing these meet and greets around the train show, number one, it's one of the bigger train shows in the state of Maryland. It is probably the biggest one in the state of Maryland. It's nowhere near what it is up in Amherst, I get that. But for us, it's a big one. And this gives us a chance to meet some like-minded folks and hang out and just shoot the breeze for a few hours and just let reality slip away, if you know what I mean. This gives us a chance just to do what we enjoy and be around people that enjoy the same thing and be able to talk about it and discuss it and so on and so forth. That to me is community. That's what we're all about. It's not, you know, it's to me, I loved when we went up to Steamtown and when we've gone down to or you know, these other where we go and see the history and things of that nature. And Sparky's right. To do these the right way, you probably need 3 or 4 days, especially where I'm at. There's a lot of railroad history around here, considering that this is the birthplace of American railroading, Baltimore. So, with that being said, yes, there is an awful lot to do around here. And if I didn't have other previous responsibilities, I would look to do this for more than just a day or two. I would look to do it for 2 or 3 or 4 days. For 3 or 4 days, not 2, I'm already doing 2, but I would look to do it for 3 or 4 days. I can't devote that to it. So, you know, just being able to go to a train show, come back here and hang out with folks, that's wonderful. This is a blast. It always is. And I do appreciate those that do come down and, you know, one of these days everybody will get a chance to, hopefully everybody gets a chance to do it. But at any rate, so anyway, back to Bob over at PK&W Works. He's got Sidetrack Sunday this week. Check him out, and we'll see you all later. You all know the deal. Wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. Be safe. God bless. We'll see you.